Hi, I'm Kristen the dietitian, and I'm going to be showing you what we eat in a week. This is going to be a typical week. I'm starting on a Tuesday and I'll go all the way through Monday. I'm going to show you what we eat for dinner specifically. My hope is to give you some inspiration or ideas on what you can cook for dinner. These are going to be healthy, well-balanced meals that also taste good. So tonight I am going to make some frozen broccoli that I'm going to boil for a quick 3 to 5 minutes. For our vegetable grain, we're going to have whole wheat spaghetti, and I have some marinara sauce. I had previously made it and then froze it. I had browned ground beef, added onion, garlic, and then mixed it with just a plain jar of marinara. And so I thawed that overnight, and now I just added some more plain marinara because it was pretty thick, so I wanted to thin it out a little bit. So I have all of those going, the broccoli, spaghetti, beef marinara, and then over here I have some leftover rolls I'm going to use to make some garlic bread. These are for Thanksgiving and I want to use them up, so I'm just going to put some butter, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and some dried basil on there. So here's how my plate turned out: my spaghetti with sauce, broccoli, and delicious garlic bread. Hi, it's Wednesday today, and tonight I'm going to be making some baked salmon for dinner. I have a recipe for how I like to make my salmon. I'll post it at the bottom of this video. I'm going to serve it with some leftover wild rice and a veggie or two, and we'll see how dinner turns out tonight. So here's how the fish turned out. This is my salmon that I baked. Looks really good. I put lemon, dill, freshly cracked pepper, and olive oil on top. And then over here is our veggie for tonight. I realized I'm out of vegetables, so I made a simple salad with cherry or grape tomatoes, cucumber, a little bit of spinach, and lettuce. And then I made my homemade lemon and olive oil with fresh garlic dressing. And then over here is my wild rice, which I accidentally dumped half of it on the floor, so this is all I have left now. I did dress it up with some kosher salt, butter, and Parmesan cheese because it was pretty plain. So this will be dinner tonight, along with some bread. My kids always have bread with their dinner, so looks good. Okay, here's how my plate is looking. I got a little bit of everything: salmon, rice, bread with some butter spread, and salad with dressing. Yum! It's Thursday, and tonight for dinner I'm going to be making Asian chicken wraps. I'm going to brown some ground chicken, and I'm going to add a homemade Asian sauce, and we'll be wrapping it up in lettuce wraps. I'll serve it with rice, and then my children are requesting edamame, so I'll heat some of that up. And then my husband, I think, was grocery shopping while hungry the other day. He brought home some frozen sushi from Trader Joe's. We've never tried it before, but we'll go ahead and try that. Seems like it would go well with this meal, so we'll see how it turns out. So here is the Asian ground chicken that I cooked. Here's the brown rice that I made. This will just be on the side. And then here's our edamame. Ooh, that's pretty hot. So we'll just serve that as our veggie. It's also a protein. And then over here I have the sushi rolls from Trader Joe's. And then here's our lettuce wraps that we'll be putting the meat in. And then we'll top it with some peanuts and some cucumbers. You can either go in the wrap or on the side. So here's how my plate is looking. I have my wraps, my rice, sushi, cucumber, and edamame. It's Friday night, and tonight's dinner is going to be a pizza. I bought pizza from Whole Foods that's fresh, and I can just put it straight into the oven. It's a nice affordable way to do pizza that has a little bit better ingredients, and then I'm also going to use a romaine Caesar salad kit that I got at Whole Foods, which was only about $5, and the pizza itself was only $11. And I'm gonna put some pepperoni on top and cook that up. I like to do this on Fridays, especially on the weeks that have been a little bit rougher, a little bit longer, more challenging. Fridays we come home, put a pizza in the oven, do a family movie night, and it's a lot of fun. Nice way to relax. So here's the salad kit I got, nice and simple. Here's the pizza. It's nice and big. I hope it's enough. If not, I'll have to get 2 for our next pizza night. And then some pepperoni that I can throw on top. Yum, this looks so good. And I already dug into the salad. I'm so hungry. Bon appetit. It's Saturday, and tonight I'm making baked chicken tenders, something nice and simple. I'm also making mashed potatoes, something my kids love to eat. And I might serve some gravy on the side. And I have to figure out my veggies still, but I'll show you how it turns out. So here's my tenders before they're baked. I have my mashed potatoes boiling. Okay, and I am running out of vegetable options. I need to get more veggies at my next grocery shopping trip. So I'm going to do broccoli again for our veggie tonight. Okay, so here's my baked chicken tenders. I made extra on purpose so we can have leftovers for tomorrow's lunch. Here's how our mashed potatoes are looking and our broccoli. So here's how my plate is looking. I'll see if this is enough or if I need seconds on anything, but dinner is served. Hi, today is Sunday and I am making homemade waffles. These are those nice large Belgium style waffles. We do this probably about twice a month on Sundays, breakfast for dinner, and we're going to serve it with fresh strawberries and some breakfast sausage, and it's going to be really delicious. We always look forward to this. Here's how they turn out. They look amazing and crispy. I'm gonna put some more on the grill now. This recipe is one that my husband has perfected. So let me know if you're interested in seeing that recipe. He titled it Dad's Crispy Waffles. Here's my second waffle. I love having this double waffle machine. It makes waffle making so much more efficient. So here's how the waffles turned out. They look delicious and we are ready to dig in. Here is how my waffle and sausage plate turned out. I'm really looking forward to eating this. Good morning. It's actually Monday morning. I'm planning ahead for what I'm cooking for dinner tonight. After I pick the kids up from school, we have an appointment immediately afterwards, and so when we get home in the evening we'll be ready to eat, and cooking would just be a little bit chaotic. So I'm gonna go ahead and start a slow cooker meal. I'm going to make a minestrone soup in the slow cooker, and I'm going to use dry beans. Usually I do soak them overnight to help break down some of the fibers, make them more easily digestible. I forgot to do that last night, so I'm going to get it started earlier, and I'm just going to cook the beans on high with the broth first, and then I'll add the veggies in later. So I'll show you how it's looking. So I'm going to be putting 3/4 cup of Great Northern white beans and some 3/4 cup of dry kidney beans into my minestrone soup. And I'm going to set this on high for a few hours, and then later on I'll change it to low and I can put my vegetables in there. Okay, so my beans have been simmering in the slow cooker for a few hours, probably about 3 to 3.5 hours. And now I want to go ahead and add in my veggies so that those can be cooked and ready for tonight. I'm putting in celery, carrots, onion, garlic, a can of diced tomatoes, and then eventually I'll put in some frozen green beans and also spices. And then I will also be adding some macaroni noodles towards the end of cooking. Likely when we get home, it will only take a few minutes for the noodles to cook up good. Here I have some fresh garlic, and one other thing I'll add towards the end is zucchini. If I have fresh or frozen zucchini, I like to put that in towards the end of the cooking time so it doesn't get too mushy, but it goes really good in this soup. I love adding onion and garlic to my soups for flavor, but also for the antioxidants. Lastly, I just need to add my herbs and spices. I'm going to add 2 bay leaves. I'm going to add some oregano. I have some dried basil from my garden. I'm going to add a couple leaves of that. And now this can cook on the low setting for a few hours. So here's how my soup and grilled cheese are looking. I love to pair homemade soup with grilled cheese. I'll usually use my seeded bread and put some sharp cheddar on there. That's my favorite kind of grilled cheese. And then I love making extra soup that we can either freeze or I'll pack in my kids' thermoses for school lunch too. Let me know if any of these meals inspired you. That's my hope, is to give you ideas, some healthy, nutritious but delicious foods to eat in your home.